I didn't wake up at 4 a.m. out of choice. I woke up to this. This is recorded on my sleep cycle app. Can you hear that? Well, I fucking hope you can hear it because I heard it and that's what woke me up. It was some cats like screaming outside, literally bang on 4 a.m. And it's at that point now, you know, where anything wakes you from your slumber and you're just like, oh, fuck it, I've got so much to do, might as well get up anyway. So, here we are, 10 days out. Did you enjoy the last video that I did with Elle? I hope that you guys did. The collaborations are always fun. Let me know if you want me to do any more of those and who you'd want me to collaborate with, because that's definitely something that I'm going to look to kind of do, I think, once like my shows are over a little bit more, once I have like energy to be able to train. But if you haven't already, do go back and watch that, because Elle, who is a male bodybuilder, who's about 6 weeks out from a show now, he took me through his training split and we did a little bit of posing as well. It was a really fun video to make. But here we are, 10 days out from British finals. It's I think we're in week 25 of prep. So peak week is gonna have been literally 6 months of dieting, which is just mental. It is absolutely mental. So I'm gonna just take you through a day in the life, to be honest. I have so much to do today. Like, I have been really, really busy, which is why I haven't got out some vlogs more often like I thought I'd be able to over the last kind of week or so. But I've just planned out my day and there's a whole lot which I'm gonna take you through. You'll see my meals, you'll see a little bit of my training, a little bit of online coaching stuff, a little bit of a chat about some secret projects. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a good one for you guys. I'll kind of show you how I plan my day out, because this is one thing which, if I don't wake up and put what is in my brain on paper, I start the day stressed. Or not stressed as such, like I love waking up to, you know, be the best version of me and all that cheesy shit, but I do need to make sure that I decompress my brain and depressurize it by kind of just figuring out exactly what my game plan is for the day. And not only that, but I'm actually so busy that if I didn't write down everything I had to do, half of it would not get done. So if you do want to, you know, make moves as such, you best be fucking organized about it, because if you're working as hard as you should be to make a significant change in your life, you're going to be very busy. So here's what my day looks like today. So I kind of just write the date. From the next 3 hours, I'm just going to be doing client work, some programming and stuff like that. Then I'm going to go do cardio. As you can see, like, I write all of my meals out and training as a priority. This is literally down to like the hour of the day. So I've got like basically loads of work to do this morning and cardio, and then I'm gonna go and train in the early afternoon, because I've got a whole evening, 4 hours of consultation calls for online coaching, and then towards the end of the day I'm just gonna wrap up with steps and kind of winding down any bits that I need to do. But I'm gonna take you along the day with me, so you'll see what I get up to. It's my last full leg session today. My last full volume proper leg session, and safe to say that it has been a fucking heat wave in the UK. And to those of you who are not familiar with the UK, we don't cope well with heat. We don't own AC. You know, we don't have air cons. That doesn't exist over here. So when you're at this point of prep and you get lightheaded after every set in like just normal circumstances, slap on, you know, being in a kind of pressure cooker, fiery pit of hell, whatever you want to refer to the gym as during this period of time. And yeah, it's safe to say, like, I saw stars yesterday after training my upper body session. Felt very weak, like a little weak ass, little weak bitch, but that's going to be changing in just, I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe I'm 10 days out from my final show. Mental. So I'm gonna crack on with my client work now. Gonna go do cardio. And we've already started tapering down cardio, to be fair. Danny's so happy with where I'm at. She's really, really happy in terms of where my physique is at. I'm down 2 pounds from my last show, which was... When was my last show? Let's ask Siri. Hey Siri, how long ago was the 4th of July?
It was 2 weeks and 3 days ago.
Is that it? 2 weeks and 3 days ago. We're down 2 pounds. So that's good going, if you're asking me. So we're definitely going to be bringing the best package in terms of condition. And yes, I have felt it. So yeah, I'm going to stop waffling on, get on with my work now, go and do cardio, and I'll catch you at the gym. Back from a very hot and sweaty cardio session, but it was only 300 calories, so we've started to taper down. Tomorrow I'm only doing 250 calories, which is going to be just around like the 28 minutes mark. I wear a polar chest strap to measure the calories that I burn on the Stairmaster, and also steps are down to 10k tomorrow, so we are slowly but surely tapering all energy expenditure down to just have me rested going into this next peak week, because I'm in a good place right now and there's no need to kind of like push it hard. But I have just made my first meal. I'm then going to have one more meal before I go and train, but I'll show you guys what I've got. So I've got 25 grams of Cocoa Pops, some frozen strawberries and some yogurt mixed with this vegan Perform protein. I absolutely love it. It's so good. Mint chocolate flavour. Really, really nice. I've weighed out my salt for the day. Always tracking salt, so I'm going to put a little bit over this. So I'm going to eat this, get stuck into it, and then probably shower, go get refreshed. It is fucking roasting. Like, I'm sweating out of crevices, which I didn't even think could produce sweat, but obviously we've got some undiscovered sweat glands in the body, or perhaps I'm just a genetic mutant, but I don't know why I bothered showering and getting ready, to be honest. So I had that meal, and then since I've been on a little lecture from one of the online coaches who also kind of helps to coach me. I learn a lot from other people. I've got 2 business coaches. I've got Adam, I've got Bex. I learn from other coaches. I'm signed up to loads of different coaching membership websites. I'm just always learning. I'm like a sponge. But also for coaching, this is so important for me to learn what other coaches do and how I can always be leveling up my service. So I've been in an educative mood today. Can you tell that I'm definitely not as educated as I'm talking about? What is going on? Prep brain. Hello? Hello? Is that who?
Smith.
Smith. Is that the surname you decided to go for, the most common one?
That's what I've got on my screen. Am I speaking to Mrs. Smith?
No, you're not. What do you want?
Sorry, I'm calling from the Energy Support Hub. It's regarding the affordable boilers.
Okay, well, you can take me off your system because I'm no Mrs. Smith.
I'll do that for you. Sorry to trouble you. Bye-bye now.
Bye. Mrs. Smith. Like, what do they fucking think I am? Some kind of dumb cunt? Like, oh, let's just go for the most common surname. To be fair, they could have gone for Jones. Jones is quite a common one. What was I waffling on about? Oh, yes. The other thing I wanted to talk about was, I'm going to give you a little sneak preview. I've got an exciting project that's going to launch I'm going to try and get it launched before my show, before finals. In the next 10 days, I will get this launched. I've been working on it with Bex, and I'm super excited to tell you about it. So I'm going to quickly show you a little sneak preview because I've been having some artwork done for it. And then I'm going to eat my meal and go and smash legs before an evening of consult calls. Okay guys, this is all I'm going to show you. Leave it in the comments below. What do you think it is? Oh, I'm so excited to reveal. My pre-workout meal, I've just made a little protein powder paste with the Perform. This one's chocolate orange. So I'm going to put that on top of some salted caramel cream of rice, which I have popped into the freezer. So this is salted caramel cream of rice, Cardiff Sports Nutrition, and it's got salted caramel protein powder in there. The salted caramel protein powder that I use in here is this one. This is the Raw Sport salted caramel. As you can see, I have quite a collection of different things. And then I'm just gonna get some blueberries, some frozen blueberries to add on top. Oh, beautiful stuff. Okay, so 80 grams of frozen blueberries to go on top. It's going to be so nice with how hot it is outside. One singular more blueberry. 81, oh no. I have to pick out a small one. Every gram counts. Oh fuck it, we'll take 79. And then of course, always salt your meals, especially your pre-workout meal. You need salt for muscle contraction, so it's very important. This is low salt, so it's got potassium in there as well. Especially in this heat, you're sweating a lot, super important to have salt in your diet. Right then, let's get this down me and go to the gym. I thought I'd probably just take you through what I'm having for my pre and intra workout. So intra EAAs, HD muscles, raspberry lemonade, so refreshing. I'm also just weighing my water, or like measuring my water out. Now that it's peak week, I'm trying to be a whole lot more consistent when it comes to water intake. So I'm just making sure that I am tracking the right amount, and it's so hot I'm even weighing my ice out. Hashtag prep things. So that is the intra. And then for pre, I've gone with Dean St. Mark's Pre-Pump Plus. This is such a good pump formula. Honestly, best formula that I've used ever. And then for like the cognitive aspect and a little bit of a caffeine kick, we're going in with the Sour Peach Rings Pre-HD Ultra, which I've got in here, and I'm just going to add some ice to that as well. And then we are all ready to get leg day on the road. Okay guys, just coming in with a bit of a voiceover for one of my workouts. I haven't done this before, so let me know if you guys like this. But I'll talk you through my leg day. So I started off with seated hip abductions, which felt pretty good, just getting the muscles nice and warm for my compound lifts. So after this, I moved on to the prone hamstring curl, which again is just getting me warm before I go in for RDLs. And I really focus on rinsing the eccentric portion of this movement, really slow negative to really lengthen those hamstrings. Everything felt good up until this point when I got to my RDLs. So this was the kind of top set that I started with, and it just didn't feel great at all. With being so kind of lean or smaller than I usually am, I feel really just battered by this movement, and it's probably been my least favorite through prep. So I cut this top set early and just dropped the weight down to focus on the movement pattern again. After that, I moved on to the glute drive. I wasn't used to this glute drive because I don't usually train at Fierce. I trained there because it had aircon, and my usual gym does not have aircon. It has a glass ceiling, so it's like a greenhouse. But I got a really good squeeze in my glutes from this, even though it took me a little while to get used to the machine, so I was happy with how these went. Then I moved on to one of my favorite exercises, which is the unilateral leg press. This is with a glute ham bias because you can see in terms of my knee is not tracking over my toes, so where the ankle flexion is, there's not too much, so it means that it's biasing my glutes and hamstrings a little bit more. So really enjoy this movement. And then finally on to one working set, yes, only one working set of leg extensions. And I'll let you into a secret here. I've literally only done one working set of leg extensions or isolation exercise for quads for the whole of my prep. For the whole of my prep, only one set per leg day. Just not even per leg day, one set per week, because of how kind of dominant my quads are, and we've been trying to get my legs to look balanced. Obviously, you know, wipe down the machine, COVID and all that bullshit. And then finally, just some calf raises, because, you know, you've got to tickle them every now and then so that they don't go away. Genetics, mate. Calves are just genetics, aren't they? Thank you, Dad, for your calf genetics. I barely have to train them and they still exist. So yeah, that was my leg day. Okay, back from that leg session. It was a hot one. It wasn't like too bad, but I just think there's certain movements, particularly RDLs, where like those compound movements which require a lot of stability, because I'm so much lighter now, I just feel so unstable on them. Like watching them back, they didn't look as bad as they felt, but they felt pretty rough. Everything else felt okay, to be fair. So I've just mainly been focusing on these last few weeks, particularly after I had that injury in between my last two shows where I injured my lat. I've just been lightening the load, really been focusing on mind-muscle connection and time under tension. You can still work really hard in the gym without piling on a fuck ton of load and, you know, putting yourself at risk of injury when you are, you know, really low in energy. It's just something where you need to choose your battles. And for me, after that injury that I had and the amount of stress that it caused me and how that impacted on my physique, I just haven't really been wanting to risk that these last few weeks. So I felt really good. I got a good pump for what I can get when I've got no carbs in me. It was the Dean St. Mart's pump formula. But yeah, what I am going to do now is I've only got 15 minutes until a consultation call, and to be honest, I've literally just kind of like come home, rushed in the door. My heart rate is still pretty high up, and you, when you train, are in that fight or flight mode, and that is not the correct mode or the best mode to be in for your digestion. You need to be in a relaxed state, you need to be chilled out, sat down, focusing on your food in order to digest it best. And I don't want to risk causing my digestion any upset at the moment while I am, you know, leading up into my show. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prepare my post-workout meal, have this consultation call, and then I've got a half an hour gap until the rest of my calls this evening. So I'm gonna eat it in that half an hour gap. And I'll show you what I'm gonna have now. Not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of sad that I've chosen not to eat this straight away because I'm fucking starving. Mate, I cannot actually fathom or put into words the excitement to no longer be eating like an infant after months and months of poverty calories. There are no words. Anyway, let me show you what I've got. So there is about 30 grams of the elite tier cereal of golden nuggets, mate. Fast digesting carbs, post-workout, replenish your glycogen stores. I've also gone in with the chocolate orange Perform. I've made that into a shake with some unsweetened almond milk. So I'm just going to pop this in the fridge. And then by the time I'm done with my consult call, that will be all cold to go on my golden nuggets. Basically, I'll kind of let you know what the idea of this call is. It's pretty much for us to kind of get to have a chat and figure out where you're falling down, where you're at now, and how I can help you specifically.
Yep.
Awesome. I can't wait to start working together.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Taryn. Catch up soon. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Right. Post-workout golden nuggets went down an absolute treat. And Taryn has just signed up on board. I'm super excited for his journey. He is absolutely going to smash it. He's very young and he is aiming to grow a whole lot of muscle. So I can't wait to put him through his paces. I absolutely love having consult calls because it's so nice that everyone comes from a different backstory. Everyone's got different goals. And it's really important for me to figure out that they're going to be a right fit for me as a client and I'm going to be a right fit for them as a coach. This is why I think consultation calls are so important, because I need to make sure that whoever's coming onto my team understands that they're going to have to work hard to get to where they want to be, but they're also going to get a huge amount of value and that they need to make use of it, you know? It's really, really important that I'm just staying, you know, true to my values, making sure that I'm looking after everyone as much as I possibly can, and honestly saying to people if I think that we're going to work well together. I've had a good few consultation calls with people who have perhaps not been motivated by reasons that I think are worth being motivated by to change, or that they just haven't really appreciated the kind of advice that I've given them on the call, and they haven't wanted to work in the way that I work, which is not going to set off for a good coach or client relationship. It's why me being honest with someone to tell them what they need to do to get to where they need to be is really important. And kind of just talking about honesty and transparency and staying true to your values, something which I kind of want to talk about is recently I've decided that I am going to stop a sponsorship or a kind of affiliation with the company that I've got at the moment, which is HD Muscle, due to the fact that I wasn't really able to be true to my values. And what I mean by that is, for me, I'm really open and honest, and I love to document everything exactly how it is in my life. You guys know there's never any bullshit, and I'm always 100% honest. But I found myself, you know, not being able to talk about all of the products that I use. You've seen today, like using different pre-workouts, I've used different, you know, food supplements, cream of rice from Cardiff Sports Nutrition, pump products from Supplement Needs. I've used all of these different products, but when you're affiliated with just one supplement company, you're not able to really kind of advertise or talk about other supplements. At the end of the day, I am going to be transparent and honest about what I use. And as fantastic as HD Muscle are as a brand, as a company, they are incredible athletes. The team is full of absolutely phenomenal athletes. But for me, I just don't want to be tied down to, you know, only be able to talk about certain products when I use loads of different products. And I like to use certain ones for certain things. And for me, it's important to be able to say to my clients, or to those of you who are following along my journey, I use this because I think it's superior due to these reasons. And I wasn't able to do that with just being affiliated with one company. My affiliation with HD Muscle is over. I'm not working with them anymore. I'm not sponsored or supported by any supplement companies any longer. And I will just continue to purchase my own supplements as I have been doing for the last couple of months, because I know what I like to use. And it's more important to me to stay true to my values and just use what I want to use and tell you guys what I am using, whereas before I wouldn't have been able to. So that's that, just in terms of explaining why, you know, you won't be able to use my code for HD Muscle anymore, or you won't see me talking about their products perhaps as much as I maybe previously did, where I had a lot of them and I was just using those. So that's that. I've got another couple of consult calls, and then I've got one meal, and I think I'm gonna go out for a bit of a walk, because in terms of steps, I've only got 5,000 in. I've got another 7,000 to get today. This is what happens. As an online coach, you know, people might think that you can do whatever you wanna do, that you're like just dotted about the whole day. I'm constantly at my desk. Like, even to train, I had to go and rush that session just to be able to get everything that I need to done today. And especially on prep, there's no slowing down whatsoever. So yeah, I'm about to hop on my next call, and then I'll show you guys meal number 4. Okay, so it is coming up to 7 o'clock now, 2 minutes to 7. Not that you care what the time is. That's all my consult calls done and dusted. That is everybody all signed up, so the team has grown very, very strong very quickly, and I've got lots of new starter plans to get stuck into this weekend. But I love it because every single person has a different goal, every single person has different needs, and it means that I can get really creative with what I'm doing for everyone. So yeah, I'm super excited. I'm having my 4th meal now, and then I'll have one more after this. Just before I go to bed, I have my bowl of oats. If I do not go to bed on a full stomach, then I'm just not going to even be able to sleep. Not that I can sleep anyway, but I'll show you what I'm having. So it's literally just a spinach, lettuce and tomato salad with some beef strips, or some vegan beef strips should I say. I'm going to put some garlic peri-peri seasoning on top and a little bit of mustard. I'm going to dig into this now. I'm going to go out and get the rest of my steps in and reply to my clients, and then I'm going to come back and we can have a little bit of a chat, and I'll show you my bowl of oats before we round out the day of 10 days out. I'm tired. Been up since 4 AM. Mate, it's been a long one, but it's been a long one doing what I love. Feeling grateful today. From my walk, and it was a beautiful sunny one, although it was tainted by the fact that I opened Instagram. I'll put up the post of the transformation which I put up today so that you guys are able to, I'll put it up here, so that you guys are able to kind of see my transformation journey. Every now and then I like to look back and I like to see how far I've come. And I did that today. I put up a transformation post to kind of show what I looked like today, 10 days out from my show. So the leanest I've been in my whole life. Like, I've actually never weighed or can never remember weighing as little as I do now, versus when I first started my fitness journey. And I'm massively proud of how much I've managed to transform my physique, and it's been years of hard work. It's been about 4 years between those photos, and there's still a lot of hard work to come. And I put that up to try and inspire others and show them that when they really put their mind to something, no matter what other people say, they can really achieve what they want to achieve in life. And this is something which I literally do day in, day out with my clients. I make them believe in themselves, and I teach them how they can achieve something along the lines of my transformation. So I opened Instagram and I was kind of going through DMs and comments, and there were a lot of comments that were saying that, you know, I'm too skinny, I'm promoting anorexia, I'm just not even slightly muscled for a bikini athlete, and just some really horrible stuff. I find it really difficult to understand why people would want to cast their unsolicited opinions, but these are all accounts, you know, that don't have any kind of name to them. There's no profile picture, they're all anonymous, no followers, anything like that. So it's just trolls and people trying to say horrible things. But you've got to think how sad these people, like how sad their little lives must be to sit there and make these anonymous profiles and comment shit on my photos. Like, who actually has time for that? Like, mate, you could be out there making money, you could be making moolah, and instead you're just hating on my photos. You know, as a natural athlete, it takes so long to build muscle. This is my first competitive season, and I've been resistance training for properly resistance training for only like the last 2.5 years. So I completely actually love the fact that it's only going to get better from here. I'm only going to have more muscle mass. I'm only going to work to improve upon myself. And all of these people who will judge you whether you're too thin, too fat, not the right shape here, not the right shape there, I preferred you when, they can all get to absolute fuck. They're all assholes. And this is one thing, again, that I preach to my clients, is do it for you. Always do every single thing that you do in life for you and to make you happy. Because if you're ever trying to serve anyone else or impress anyone else, you will never truly be living life for you, and it will be a miserable existence. So fuck the haters. I'll probably start editing this vlog, then I'll make my bowl of oats, and it will be time to go off to bed until tomorrow, which will be 9 days out. There's a party going on a Thursday night. People are singing Whitney Houston. It's 9:30. I'm gonna go to bed in about half an hour, literally as soon as I've eaten this meal, to be fair. This meal has got me through prep, like this last final stretch of prep. This bowl of oats, I've genuinely dreamt of it and looked forward to it every single day for the past few weeks. So I'm gonna show you what I'm having. That's 35 grams of oats, and it's made with the vegan ghost protein. This is the chocolate cereal milk. It is phenomenal stuff. I also found this chocolate on Amazon. This is a vegan chocolate which is packed with plant protein and lower in sugar. It's actually really, really good. So I've weighed that out already. I'm going to pop that in to melt. If you haven't already looked on Amazon for cool different dark chocolates and nut butters and stuff, do, because they've got some awesome stuff on there. I'm also going to, it's really hot, so I like to put a little bit of cold yogurt on top. So I'm just going to put 100 grams on top of here. I'm not the best for when it comes to presentation skills, but at this point I'm so hungry. Give me the food. I'll have to spoon a little bit extra out. 100 grams, please. There we go. Okay, and finally, to top it off, some dark sweet cherries. They are high in carbs, but they go so well with this because it's like Black Forest Gatto vibes, you know what I mean? So I'm only having 40 grams of these. Should we see how much 40 grams is? Because I guarantee it's going to be like 6 cherries. Damn it, that's one cherry too much. We'll have to leave it there. But here we go. It looks incredible. I'm super excited to go and eat this. And there we have it, guys. Day in the freaking life, 10 days out. It's been a busy one, but that's what's kept me going through prep, you know. That really is what has kept me going these last 4 weeks between this second show that I've done and finals. It's just been so busy. I'm so excited for my project launch next week just before the show. I'm so excited for all of the new starters that I've got coming onto the team. I'm gonna be honest and give myself a pat on the back and say, like, I can't explain how many hours I've been putting into work and business, and it's actually really helped me when it comes to just giving myself a different focus, because internally, I'm not gonna lie, I feel really weak, I feel really tired, I don't feel great within myself, like I'm draggy, etc. But that is prep, and I think I've actually prepped, because I've been on prep for so long, I'm just immune to it now, which is why the fact that it's all over is, well, it's all about to be over, feels really weird. Like, it feels, it's gonna be so odd just being able to wake up and not have to go and do cardio. It's gonna feel odd being able to wake up and comfortably eat 5 decent meals in the day. It's going to be odd trying to control my hunger hormones and everything that I know is to come post show, and it's almost a little bit intimidating really, and I'll be documenting that all along for you guys so that you can see how I get on. But before I get too carried away with all of that, we do have peak week to come first. This is the 3rd and final peak week of my 2021 competitive season as a first timer in the bikini category. So I'll pick the camera up as we enter peak week, and let me know if there's anything that you guys specifically want me to cover for this peak week. You know, previously I've covered what to pack for peak week, what I would have done differently between my shows, all of that good stuff. If there's anything specifically that you want to see this time, then do let me know. But thank you for tuning in, guys. Like, subscribe, comment, all of that good YouTuber bullshit. If you haven't done it already, please do, because we are nearly there. I'm so excited. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, evening, day, afternoon, wherever the hell you are, whatever the hell the time is. Thank you for tuning in, guys. And as always, much love.